Hello, Shining Ones. Megas here on a beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to this channel, we're Zoroastrians. We are the Magi. And today's message, it's about living in a good world, the real world, the true world, the only world that could come from a perfect creator's perfect mind, and it's good. Would you like to live there? I'll show you how simple it is. It's actually a thought away. The good world is actually the only real world. It's the real above all that seems real. It's the truth above the lie and illusion. But you have to make a choice. Will you let truth be? Or do you choose to hold on to the old stories? You have a great example of this is hundreds of testimonies we've had of people saying that their life has completely changed because they got a different thought about who God is. They had an idea of God that got angry, jealous, hate, war, kill men, women, and children, send his children to hell. Horrible stories. When they got the original monotheistic religion and the idea of God that's just good, it changed everything. Right? They saw the world different. They saw God different, the world different. And you can do this with everything until you are living in the perfect creator's perfect idea, the only thing that could come from his perfect mind that we call Asha. It's heaven on earth. It's the very Spirit of God. The Spirit of God is in you, and you live in the Spirit of God. It's good. It's bliss. It's heaven. It's divine life. It's health. It's peace. It's joy. It's kind. It's good. Right? But to even start that process, you have to restore God's image. And in the original religion, God and good are the same thing. So if you have the wrong word association with the word God, right? And you hear someone say God, you think, oh, I know what that is. Right? That's the Bible. That's the Quran. That's this story. This is Moses. This is whatever. You go back to the original word. Well, Megas, where do I find that? Yes, you can find it in the Gathas. Spirit's smart, though. Spirit knew that men could fudge books and ink and paper, right? There's a book written inside of you that knows good is good and bad is bad, knows the difference from light and darkness, love and hate. And so before you were brought up in religions, you had no choice, right? Some of them, I think of like, you cannot apostatize, or, they'll threaten God will get you, but if not, they'll kill you. And so you don't think there's anywhere else. You weren't given a choice. But when you're given a choice and you use that divine spark, that intellect, that God mind that is inside of you, that knows God, knows good, knows love and light and peace and joy, and you're given the option of Asha. That's why so many people, the first time they hear Asha and Zoroaster, Zoroaster means pure starlight, undefiled, undiluted, unmixed, pure light, pure good. And they hear that and it resonates. Yes, I always knew that. In my heart of hearts, I knew that. So if you want to see Asha in your world, you just start replacing the lie with the truth, but it's a choice. Grab your book, Asha. Asha 6 says, thoughts make your world. I'm sure you've heard before, like there's a veil, right, between you and God, right? And then Jesus ripped the veil so you can get to God. What that is, that's the God mind. And what it comes from minds, thoughts. And so if you will crucify the carnal mind and the old thoughts and bad thoughts, and you'll think from the Christ mind where you and God good are one, and that's what's real. That's the truth. And you'll lay hold of that and set down the other stories and ideas and thoughts you've had. That veil is torn, and you come into the presence of God, and God comes into the presence of you, and you have this realization, like you're waking up. We were one all along. I was lost in wrong thoughts, the wrong mind, right? And as you get that Christ mind, what was the word? You know, I love that Jesus always said, my word, verily, verily, I say unto you, he who holds my word has God life. Not words, right? He preached a lot, but it was a word, right? It was his message. It was his very being and essence, and why he came is that you and God are one. You and Jesus, one. You and health, one. You and divine life and peace and joy and the real above all that seems real. I know when you're living it, it seems so real. This is what's real, right? This is all there is, you think. It feels so hopeless, so dark, right? And Jesus talked about that. If you're calling the light dark, how dark is that darkness, right? When you think God, you know, gets angry, jealous, hate, war, kill men, women, and children, the stories in those books about going in and killing women and children, keeping sex slaves, just horrible stories. Terrible stories. And that's the highest good you can think. Man will never rise above his idea of God. And when the truth comes, and it's so good, it puts a smile in your heart, hope, joy, and then there's a momentum that takes place, which is Asha 1. It talks about the evolution, right? The only thing that could come from a perfect creator's perfect mind, Asha good. So we get back to that by restoring God's image. And then there's an evolution of ever-expanding good. Matter of fact, Asha Come talks about that right there. Evolution. My world is an ever-expanding good. It keeps getting better. There's a momentum. My friends, there's light, and then there's more light, and then I can see farther, and I'm understanding truth more now, and I'm thinking more from the God mind, and I see and know and understand more than I ever have, and it's growing, and my relationship and my ability to hear God and Jesus and the real is gotten where I can hear it so clearly over the lie and illusion and those false stories and those scary, fearful ideas. Those start to fade away as we walk into the light, an ever-expanding good. Go to Asha 5. Asha 5 says, believe only the highest truth, and you enter Asha. As the wise Lord is perfect, I love this part, as the wise Lord is perfect, so his idea of creation is perfect. This is called Asha truth. This idea of truth is the very spirit of God, right? What else could come from a perfect creator's perfect mind, but perfection and bliss and love and protection and provision. And if you'll think that, if you'll believe that, if you'll be that, you will see that. The world will reflect what's in you. You are writing the code for your life, for your world. I know if you're brand new to this, it can be hard to wrap your mind around that, but you are actually writing out the world you see with what you are, your beliefs, your frequency, and most importantly, what you are. It says it is the true vision of God's ideal existence. It is the real above all real. Again, will you let the real be in you and in your world? Will you let truth be in you and in your world? Will you set down the low frequencies, that illusion of fear and hate and those mixed monster gods and the bad, ugly world? Will you set that down? See, that's not the real. Choose every moment to be the perfect creator's perfect thought. That's what's real. That's substance. That's what was, is, and shall be. That's the only thing that could come from his perfect mind. And you'll see as you begin to hold that. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he who holds my word has God life. He who has more will be given to him. He who has not, even what he has shall be taken away from him. So don't hold the bad thoughts and the bad stories. Choose today to think God, to think good, to think the truth, to think the real, to be it. Be the love, be the peace, be the Son of God. Creation in perfect order and harmony, where nothing occurs at the expense or harm of another. Flip back to Asha 3 real quick. Asha 3 says, I have the mind of Christ. In you is Vohu Menu, the God mind. Zarathustra always said, God, teach me to think from your mind, from Vohu Menu, from the Christ mind, where I'm one with you. Teach me to speak from that place, act from that place, live from that place. My only job is to align with and hold. Right? Zarathustra said, I, Zarathustra, who am attuning myself to that song of Asha, of the perfect Creator's perfect idea. I hear it and I align with it. Jesus again, verily, verily, I say unto you, he who holds my word has God life. My only job is to align with and hold continuously in mind the attributes of God: love, life, peace, joy, power, freedom. Be those attributes. My mind is God. My thoughts are not always God. May my thoughts align with mind. Will you think God thoughts, good thoughts? Will you choose to think truth? Will you choose to think the real? As soon as you get rid of those bad thoughts, that veil keeping you from your good, it's thoughts. It's bad thoughts, wrong thoughts, error. Will you choose to let the truth be? Can you say with me, and this is even for my ladies, I am the Son of God. It's about position, not gender. I am a son of God. You can even think of it like a shining star, Zoroaster, pure starlight. I'm a son of God. I'm the perfect Creator's perfect thought. I'm light that darkness flees from. I'm divine life and health that sickness and disease dies when it touches me. I'm a love so pure that the evil spirits dare not attack. My frequency is so high, those low frequencies, they can't even come in to this atmosphere. They don't survive up in these high places. And can you say with me, Asha is? You'll see us here at the Order of the Magi. We always say in the comments and to each other, Asha is. The perfect Creator's perfect idea is. That's what's real. The real is. The truth is. And we know that. And we be that. And Asha is. Did you guys enjoy that? Please go to the comments. Let me know. And know I love you.